Welcome back to the channel. Manchester United have lost away at the Emirates 2-0 to Arsenal. When coming into this game, I kind of saw it as a free hit. We've been playing around a little bit with the team. There's been a lot of changes recently. It seems as though Amorim is trying to figure out who he can trust, in a sense, and this was a big test for them. 6 changes were made tonight. We saw Maguire come in for suspended Martinez. We saw Fernandes drop back into the centre mid role, which I didn't think he played too badly, but Mainu played it a lot better in the weekend, should I say. And we also had Dalot switch to the right side. We had Malacia on the left, who came off at half time. Again, just don't think his match fitness is there right now. Then we also had Højlund up front alongside Mason Mount and Garnacho. Garnacho really didn't see much of the ball. There was bits here and there, but nothing spectacular. He's not really had much in terms of the game. Mount pressed decently. Højlund did some decent stuff in terms of the press. Dalot had a shot at the beginning, just near the end of the first half, which flashed across the goal. And that was kind of it. The first half was a bit dull because United were just basically holding Arsenal to account and keeping them at bay. Then in the second half, we make the sub, bring on Ahmad, and the whole kind of situation changed. This whole corner thing with Arsenal, where they are seen as like the greatest team on earth at set plays. What is this? Because I'm just like baffled by it. It's basically, if you don't know, how Arsenal run their corners is they do a setup where they have all their players to the back post, beyond the back post basically, and then the player who obviously takes the corner, it's an in-swinging corner that goes right onto the goal. All those players move from beyond the far post into the middle, and there's a load of players inside the 6-yard box. How is that hard to figure out? Now, defending it is a different matter, because if you've got everyone regimented in the right way, that's going to be difficult to defend. And I get that, and I get why it's so well works. But it's an in-swinging ball into a dangerous area where a goalkeeper is heavily crowded out. So, is it that spectacular? I don't think it is, personally. But defending is a different matter, so I get it. The 2 goals came from the corners. The first one was a flicked header at the near post, which was kind of just bobbled, in a sense, bounced in, because no one reacted. And then the second was a high ball, went to the back post to Partey, and it went off Saliba's backside. So, at the end of the day, it's made the difference. And they had so many corners, it was unreal. The second half, it was a bit worse defensively. There was nothing from United in terms of going forward. I think that he brought on... we'll speak about Euro in a sec. He brought on Rashford and Xerxes, and there was nothing from them. Højlund didn't really get much, and didn't really do much either. Mount press, like I said, but again, wasn't as that effective. Garnacho wasn't really effective either. So of the 5 that I've mentioned, obviously Anthony came on later on as well and didn't do much either. Of them 6 then that I've said, none of them have done anything going forward. Now, it stands to question that obviously the difference between the Everton game and the Arsenal game is the quality of the opposition, which I can completely get. Because Arsenal are a well-regimented side, they know what they're doing defensively. They are basically 4 centre-backs, well, usually they are. Tonight they played Zinchenko because they had no Calafiori, they had no Gabriel, which if they had Gabriel with that corner set up, I think they score probably another 2, which cancels out our goal difference. But yeah, it is what it is. I saw this as a free hit, personally. I didn't think that we were going to get anything from it. If we did, bonus, cool. But we move on now to Forest, who are above us in the table, and I think are only 3 points in front. So if we get a win on them, we go above them. So that will get us kind of back into the race for the top 4. There is a bit of a gap now to the top 4. of about 6 points now, due to City winning, Arsenal winning, Chelsea winning, and obviously United didn't. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. But next couple of games, it's Forest at the weekend. Then it is a Champions League, if I wish, a Europa League game the week after. I think it is. I think it's Victor Blasen, if I remember rightly, and then it's the City game, which by that point they may have won 3 straight and be back on it again, which is possible for City. You never know. Hopefully it's not the case. We can get something from them. But yeah, there wasn't really much else to talk about. All of a sudden, who I thought was the best player in the team. It's hard to pick, really. I'm going to give it Agate, because I think Agate played well for the 90. Lenny Euro. I did not mention him earlier. Lenny Euro came on, and I saw someone that posted online and said, like, Lenny Euro went to a Lions Den at 1-0 down and showed his quality, in a sense, as a centre-half. And as a 19-year-old, he was great. He was really good. He was fantastic on the one-on-one. He played his passes nicely. I think he was really good. Now, getting him up to match fitness is one thing, so we'll need to kind of progress it as time goes on. Whether he plays any time up against Forest, we'll see. Maybe he gets a start. We never know. We'll have Martinez back. We'll have Mainu back. Maguire will go back down the pecking order, especially with now you're always back. But yeah, that was a positive, definitely. I can't really give him man of the match because he only played about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. But it was a good performance from him, and it's good to see him back on the field. I was all about him when I watched him against Rangers in pre-season, and it was a shame to watch him bow out so quickly against Arsenal in the pre-season game in America. So hopefully we can keep him match fit now for the rest of the season, and we get him on a good couple of games going. But it does seem to be a lot of rotation for Amorim at the moment. He's trying to figure out his 11, and then obviously the ones as well. It seems as though rotation is going to be a key factor, so we're going to need an 18 at least. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in January as well. But we've got a lot of games until then, and I will be reviewing all of them. If you have liked this video, guys, please leave it a like. If you haven't, leave a dislike, comment what you think about the game. Today, the 2-0 loss. Again, another loss, guys. It's looking more positive, though, to be fair. Subscribe if you are new, and until next time, guys.